Well, hello everybody, welcome to the Centbee show. This is something we've been wanting to do for a long time. We want to give people an idea of what's going on at Centbee.
Yeah.
We want to talk about what we're doing here, what we're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And so this show has come about with that in mind, trying to now reach out to our user base who are asking us questions all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we want to now give more back to the community by just talking about our thinking, why we are doing things the way we're doing.
Yeah.
We're going to want to talk about the features of Centbee. We're going to want to talk about other subjects around blockchain and Bitcoin and Bitcoin SV. So I think this is going to be something that really becomes another focal point for our community, which is growing every day. We're having a massive influx of users, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be something that we can share with users that want to understand more about Centbee and where we're going, what features we have planned, and also the thinking behind our social media presence and so on. So KG, my co-host for the show. KG is the creative director at Centbee, and I'm the CEO.
Yeah.
And we've been having a lot of fun building out Centbee over the last few years. We're finally starting to get traction, so I'm very glad that we can finally sit together and have this show.
Oh yeah, definitely, Mr. G. Like you said, it's been long overdue. So I'm finally glad that we're here now, just to give our users like a honey-packed show. Just to give them insight into our world. Speak more on our features. Just elaborate more on that. I think it's important, like for us as a global brand, to sort of like give people, a share of our world so that they relate to us like we do to them,
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, so I think, we'll be running the show once a week, and we're going to try and keep it consistent.
Yeah.
We're going to be shooting them on Fridays, but
Yeah.
so that's probably when we'll be broadcasting it. And we hope to bring everybody on this ride with us as we continue to bring digital cash to the world.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about this whole thing, and I think it's a great time for it.
It is, yeah.
But we have a very different view on the whole crypto scene.
Yeah.
Crypto has been in the news and it's being hyped up around the world for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I think everybody is, thinking about crypto and blockchain as these new kinds of investments that people can make money. But we've never been on that trip. And in fact, we don't really believe in that whole scene around crypto. Centbee is a digital cash wallet. Now, for a lot of people who are new into crypto, for them that's strange. They don't understand how can we be using a blockchain as cash? Because nobody uses it as cash. And if you think about BTC and all these other cryptos that talk about smart contracts or have NFTs, cash is strangely absent from the whole crypto scene.
It is.
But that really speaks to the roots of where we came from. Because when Bitcoin was invented, the title of the white paper that presented it was an electronic cash system. And obviously with Bitcoin and crypto expanding and going bananas over the last 10 years, that whole message has been lost. And so we're one of the very few companies out there in the world who is looking at blockchain as a cash system. But we're not trying to do something new. We see that that Bitcoin was intended to be cash.
Yeah.
And of course, the Bitcoin that we support is the Bitcoin SV, the Satoshi Vision version of Bitcoin.
Centbee is sort of like a game changer in that aspect, because if we're speaking digital payments, we're speaking like a real use case, where money needs to move around the world. So having not to, let's look at the current existing systems, like just getting money across the world, even in the same country. There's just too much delays and all of that,
High costs,
exactly.
Slow.
So for us, it was more of an obligation to serve that need, because it is a real use case sense of, like the white paper says, peer-to-peer transactions. So it's more that we focused on, because it is about the peer-to-peer transaction. Sending money to your friends shouldn't take that long. Sending money to your bank account shouldn't take that long. So it was more serving that need. Like I say, it's an obligation for us to serve that need, because with the current systems or the previous systems that existed, there wasn't like a consideration of the costs or people not having bank accounts or credit cards, So we sort of like, we slid in just to sort of like, connect the ends. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we Centbee started in South Africa, so we've got a very strong Africa focus, and we see how digital cash, digital payments can be onerous. There's a lot of people who don't have access to traditional payments.
Yeah.
So we see a gap here in our country and the African continent, as well as in other emerging economies, that people do want an easy, simple, friendly, fun way of making digital payments for things like Uber and mobile recharge, mobile data. So there certainly is a gap out there for these very low-cost payments. And when I first heard about Bitcoin way back when, it was probably towards the end of 2010, that was the promise. The promise was that Bitcoin would be something that everybody could use, that didn't have access to normal banking or normal payment methods. It was digital, it was very low cost, and it was fast as well. And so that's why Bitcoin, the original idea of Bitcoin, was so appealing. And since that time, I've just wanted to explore that aspect of Bitcoin. How can we make that dream a reality? Like, how can we create a product that everybody can use, that in our words, the words that we use in our slogans, that they activate their lifestyle. Activate your lifestyle. Because there's a lot of students and young people who want to buy Uber and games and stuff, and they can't. So that's definitely been our focus on this whole thing. So we are not interested in building a wallet where people can trade, they can buy digital assets. That's not our focus. We are just going for straight, simple cash, and that's why we have decided to support the Bitcoin SV blockchain, because that is the original Bitcoin blockchain before the BTC community made all those very important changes, limiting the block size, and then some other features where you can make a transaction and then you can rebroadcast it with a higher fee. We're not interested in digital gold. We don't think that you should buy Bitcoin as an investment. We're very anti that. We still believe in cash, and just in the same way that you've got cash in your wallet, you don't have your investments in your wallet. So that's what Centbee is about. It's trying to create a digital version of your cash wallet that you can spend. So first and foremost, the thing that we're trying to create here is something new, and we've given it a name: social payments. So that's something that is really central to Centbee. We think that money can be social. We are trying to bring in elements of other social networks into the wallet, so that it feels like what the kind of app that young people are used to, where they can communicate with their friends. So could you just give an overview of what we've dubbed ChatPay?
ChatPay, which is for us like a super cool feature, because it enables our users to literally chat and send payments without any interruption of their chats. So it's low cost, it's fast, and it's easy. I mean, these days, people have like a lot of apps installed on their phones for different reasons. So having just that one app that focuses on, your social aspect of life, which can be chatting, shopping, and all of those things, fits perfectly with Centbee ChatPay, because if you look at how the digital world has advanced today, you can tell that that's the route that we are going in terms of tech, So I believe that us as Centbee having to implement this feature, we have become like way ahead of the curve, So it's sort of like it serves the need of fast transactions and instant messaging at the same time. So it is for me, it is sort of like the umbrella of that social payment statement that we're trying to push out. We fully embodied it just by that feature.
Yeah, so that was something that really started the idea of Centbee, the wallet, was that you could connect to your friends.
Yeah.
Because so often you do want to make a payment to a friend or send money to a family member or something. And so the approach we took was, well, let's treat it like WhatsApp or Telegram or Signal or another one of those chat apps where you can, as soon as you load your wallet, if any of your contacts in your phone book have a Centbee wallet too, then you're going to see them appear in your contact list. And then you can tap on your contact and then chat to them. And in the chat, send them money. Yeah. We're trying to carve out this idea or create this idea and carve out a niche that there's this new thing coming along called social payments.
If you actually look at what we are trying to do, it fits the term perfectly because it is about, connecting with friends and instant payments.
Yeah, exactly. Connecting with friends, instant payments. And so that's the sort of social aspect of Centbee. But of course, there's a lot more to Centbee. It's
a whole lot more.
Yeah, it's not just about sending cash. Of course, you mentioned shopping.
Yeah.
And if you want to have a useful wallet, you have to be able to spend.
What I like about Centbee is the fact that it's a digital wallet. A physical wallet doesn't have all these features. It's just a wallet that stores your bank cards, your stash, and all. But having a digital wallet that sort of like has a shop that you can directly walk into with your digital cash, that's super convenient.
Yeah. So let's just quickly cover how that works. Yeah. Now, of course, if you want to make payments in store, what normally happens is you will take your card to the cash out and then tap your card or swipe it or hand over physical cash. Mm-hmm. Now, at Centbee, we don't have integrations into the stores themselves. We use what's called gift cards or e-gift cards, digital gift cards, digital vouchers. So when you want to make a payment for something, and if you go and check our catalog there, if you just tap on the shop menu icon in the menu, you'll be able to choose your country, and then you will see all the brands and retailers that are available in your country. Now, for most of them, the way it works is that if you want to go and spend your BSV at those stores, then you're not going to go and scan a QR code or something at the store itself. What you're going to do is once you've got to the checkout or maybe beforehand, because sometimes there's a delay in delivery of those gift cards, if you know you're going to be spending at a Gap or McDonald's or PlayStation or whatever it is, you can then go into the store and find that brand, and you can then purchase a digital gift card. Yeah. And then a few minutes later, some of the products though do have longer delays, but for the majority of them, you will then get a notification in the Centbee wallet, and which has got a voucher code or a coupon code or something. Let's say we're talking about Uber. Then you'll copy that code into your Uber wallet when you want to load, and you'll see in Uber there's I think it's a section called load a gift card or something. You paste it in there, and then immediately your Uber wallet will be credited. For some of the other stores, you'll take that voucher and you will go take it to the store. Physically, either they can scan it or you can present it to them, and then they'll punch it in at the till, and that credit will then come up on the account on the point of sale. And then if it's PlayStation, I guess you go onto the website and you'll put it in. So this is how we've now managed to bridge the divide, bridge the gap between the brick and mortar retailer and your digital cash. So you can go and buy those gift cards. Yeah. And so that's how, as you said, now we've made it useful. Yeah. Now you've got your Bitcoin SV cash, and you can now go and use it to spend. Yeah. So that's a very important feature that we've got. What other features can we talk about?
Right now, I think it's important that we highlight the sending money feature, because that covers the global footprint. So I think it's important for us just to highlight more on that. So just mention which countries we actually send money to.
Yes, so Centbee is also a remittance app. Remittance just means sending money to bank accounts or mobile money accounts or cash collections.
Yeah.
So this is really important, because the way we got started on that is that living here in South Africa, there's a lot of Africans across the continent.
Just a pause on that.
Uh-huh.
So you're saying through Centbee we can send cash via, like, directed to bank accounts?
Yes.
Or person collecting physical cash?
That's right.
Yeah.
So what motivated us is that that being in South Africa, there are a lot of Africans in the northern countries above South Africa. I guess every country is a northern country, and every month they're sending money home, small amounts, in the order of a couple $100 a month. And typically they have to use services like Western Union or MoneyGram, and those are very expensive, or banks.
Hell expensive.
There are some fintechs, of course, that are trying to bring the costs down on that. But we thought it would be a great idea to be able to have people living in South Africa, but also around the world, because this feature works around the world, because of the nature of BSV, right? So that we've got a number of countries in Africa, in Europe, South America, soon North America, Asia, where you can now very conveniently, if you've got Bitcoin SV in your wallet, you can now go and directly send it to a bank account, and it will land in local currency like euros or
that's cool.
A naira if you're in Nigeria, or dollars. And in a few minutes, it can be sent from your wallet anywhere in the world into those countries, and it'll land in a bank account, it'll land in a mobile money account, or even at an ATM where you can go and withdraw it very conveniently. Yeah. So this is a super feature that I really am glad that we have. So Centbee is not just about buying things, it's not just about shopping, it's also about remittance. Yeah. And in this particular case, what's called cross-border remittance. Yeah. And so this is a feature that we're starting to see our users really like, because it does bring down the costs of sending money cross-border. Yeah. It's very convenient. It's if you've got the cash in your wallet, you just go create a beneficiary, and you just hit send, and then a few minutes later somebody's got money in their bank account. So this is something that we see growing strongly, and especially because there are people, so many people around the world live in different countries and send money home. So I think this is going to be a real great feature for Centbee and Centbee users. So if you want to try that, just go to it's sort of tucked away, but if you go to the send screen, you'll see a plus button at the bottom right there. Yeah. If you tap that, it'll open up a menu with bank account, mobile money, cash collection, and then a few other things. And so if you want to send money to a bank account, whether it's in your own country or another country, maybe you're sending money home to your family or something like that, then you just create a bank account beneficiary. And once you've created that beneficiary, you'll see that it's very easy to enter an amount, hit send, and as I said, in a few minutes later,
a few taps, basically.
A few taps.
Have your money overseas.
Overseas, in a bank account, mobile money account, cash collection. So it's really great. Now there is one step that you've got to do before you get to that point, and this is because Centbee is an accountable institution. We take local rules and regulations around money transfers and money remittance very seriously. So we do comply with the government rules around knowing our customer, and so when you want to send money to your family member or to your bank account, you will then be asked to verify your identity. And the way that looks is you'll have to take a photo of your ID document, your driver's license or whatever it is. You take a photo of your face. It's called the selfie. And once that's done, it can be very quick if the photo is good and if a document is valid.
Clarity of the photos.
Yes, that's important. Then the process is very quick. It'll take a few minutes. But if there's a problem with the document, if the photo was blurry, or if there wasn't a match between the face, the selfie, and the document photo, or the document's expired, there's a number of things that can make that process a little bit slower. Then there'll be a delay because somebody then has to review that, and that goes internally into the queue. So that just is a demonstration that Centbee, is taking this whole idea of cash and being a financial institution that has responsibilities to our users and also responsibilities to the regulators. We are taking that very seriously. And also you'll find that there'll be limits as well. And that's also a regulatory requirement.
To ask, people have, different ways of earning cash, so I guess it will also differ in terms of how much they would like to send. So I wanted to actually expand more on that in terms of, is there a limit of how much I can send or how much a user can send?
Yeah, so there's two things you can send. One is Bitcoin, and there's no limits on that. So it doesn't matter how much Bitcoin you have in your wallet.
What?
You can send as much as you like to anyone in the world.
Yeah.
But when you are converting that Bitcoin into local currency,
Okay.
that's where regulators want to make sure that there's no risk of money laundering or anything like that.
Yes, okay.
So we've taken an approach of being very conservative at this stage of the limits that people can send. And so I think it's in the order of, maybe $1,000 or something. I forget the amount, but you'll see it when you send. And a lot of users complain about that because, of course, sometimes they want to send a lot of money home.
Yeah.
But we've taken a conservative approach where we have fairly low limits because, we're still categorized as a crypto company, and crypto companies are under scrutiny. And so we want to just make sure that we are below the radar in terms of that risk that regulators feel that this company has. So when you first sign up and when you first do your identity verification, you're going to have quite low limits, but you can raise those as well.
Okay.
But to do that, you'll have to then provide some more information, like maybe where you live, the source of funds, that's important. And then if you provide that other information, then we can raise your limits if you want to send more money home.
I guess it's similar to the current traditional system, like in terms of knowing your customer, just actually knowing who you're doing business with in that sense. So I guess that's the most important part of this process. It's not just us making a tedious process of collecting people's documentation to verify if it's a valid user, but it's more us knowing who we are dealing with.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so I think what we'll do is maybe we'll leave some of the other features to the next show.
Yeah,
I mean, we're going to be talking about them every show, and we're going to just try and help users who have difficulty or have questions. We're going to try
just a slight unpack. Yeah.
This is just a slight unpack, and but also I think let's finish on. I mean, we'll answer some questions from the users, but let's talk about honey.
Yeah.
Now, it's obviously Centbee, we're a bee loving company, and we love rewarding our users for using Centbee.
Yeah.
And so we have something called Honey. Can you just share what Honey is all about?
Honey, I guess Honey for us is the best part about Centbee because it's about us giving back to our users, and that is the most important part of the product, because again, if you're gonna have users just using a product and there's high fees and all of that, it doesn't come with a proper sort of use case as a fit in their lives. So having Honey Rewards for us was more. By the way, Honey Rewards is spendable rewards that users earn when they use Centbee on a daily basis, like
Cashback.
Cashback, basically, yeah. So whether it's you referring friends, whether you're shopping, whether you're changing your profile picture, literally just every activity in the app gets you rewarded. So like I'm saying, for us, it's more like the best part of the product because it's about us giving back to users, having to interact with the product in a meaningful way, and for users to actually earn is not something that we just put in place as something to hook them in, but it's more of a feature that sort of consistently encourages users to interact with their wallet, we are encouraging, it's there's no way you wouldn't want to get rewarded on a daily basis. So yeah, in a nutshell, Honey Rewards are spendable rewards that our users get. So it's cashback basically.
That's right. So every time you open up your wallet, when you log in, when you look at your transactions, when you customize your wallet, like you said, change your profile photo, personalize it, we're going to reward you for those actions.
Yeah.
And so you're going to see every few days, I guess, you'll see little honey drops land in your wallet. That's going to be Bitcoin SV rewards that, as you say, they are spendable. I mean, that's right. It tops up your balance. You'll see it added to your balance, and you can take that money immediately and you can go and buy mobile data or whatever it is that you like.
But the crazy part, sorry, Mr. G, but the crazy part is that just from downloading, you're referring a friend, because that's what you come across. The first screen is where you have to sort of insert a friend's pay mail. So a pay mail is like a receiving address that you get sent money to. It looks like an email address, but it's literally a pay mail. So people can literally just type in that just to link to your account, and then you and the referrer and the referee, it's the referrer and the referee.
I guess,
the
yes.
referee. We both people earn honey rewards. That's the best part, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you first sign up on Centbee, you'll see there's a little input box there called the referral code.
Yeah.
And once you've gone through the sign up, you create what's called a paymail, as you say. So that's your name at centbee.com. And it's not an email. It's if somebody wants to send you money, they can just go and put your paymail in, so that I can send kg at centbee.com.
Yeah.
So if you have signed up, then you can when you want to refer a friend, you can give them your name, part of the paymail, the name, and they can use that as a referral code. And then what will happen is that both of you will earn extra honey rewards. And quite a nice amount.
That's cool.
So that's to incentivize users to not only just get Centbee Wallet, but to share it with their friends.
Yeah.
And what I really want to do as well, and this is coming, we'll certainly implement this, is that if you do refer a friend, then when you purchase, at the moment when you purchase, you get money back as well. You get a percentage back in honey rewards, so you get that cash back
as a shopper.
But if you refer somebody and they are shopping, then you'll also earn a bit of that reward. So every time somebody else shops,
so it's like a double whammy.
Double whammy.
Yeah, we like the shopper earns rewards, and I also earn for
the
them
referrer.
shopping.
That's right.
That's dope.
So that's something we're going to implement too. So we are very excited about honey rewards. Our users love it. We want to incentivize users to download Centbee, to share it, to use it. Especially because when you use an app, you kind of find bugs, and hopefully we'll get users who can give us feedback. That being said, let's just talk about our channels right now where people can find us. Because there are users with questions. Yeah. And we are prominent in some channels. So can you just share where people can find us?
Sure. We're active on Twitter, which you can easily just search for us at Centbee, CENTBEE, Centbee on Twitter. And then also on Instagram. On Instagram, we are Centbee Wallet. So it's CENTBEEWLLET.
Wait a second. I don't remember there being double B's in there.
Double E. I said double. Didn't I say double E? Sorry. Yeah.
B's so in the brain.
Yeah. So it's Centbee Wallet on Instagram, and we are also on Telegram as well, which is Centbee. And then you can also directly link us up on our site, which is www.centbee.com. Yeah, and also subscribe and comment. Yeah,
absolutely. We depend very much on user feedback, and all those channels you mentioned, we get a lot of support messages or people with feedback and querying us. So please do reach out to us on those channels, because we want to make sure that we're there for you. So if you do have a problem, we can answer it for you. If you have a problem with your wallet, having a Bitcoin wallet, it can be a bit complicated, especially with Centbee, where we're non-custodial, so that you have to worry about managing your backup phrase. So a lot of people do have questions about that. So please reach out to us on those channels, and then we can help you. We can answer your questions if you have any of them, and also respond to your feedback, because users often give us good ideas, and we want to incorporate those into the wallet as well. But now, that being said, I know we've got some user questions. So what I want to invite users to do, for all the viewers who are watching the show, we are going to, of course, be looking at the comments, because we just want to know, if you have any questions or any feedback for the show, anything you'd like to hear about, anything you want us to talk about. But we're going to be, every single week, we're going to be reading some of the questions from the support, some of the feedback, and we're going to be sending you the good questions, the questions that we like. And it's not just liking them because they're positive and giving us compliments, but even the tough questions about why does Centbee doing this, or why it's doing that. But if you send us a message and we find that message, what we'll do is we'll send you some honey rewards for that. So when you do comment on the show, or when you are giving us feedback in Telegram, please also share your Centbee paymail, which is your name at centbee.com. And then we are going to be sending you some honey rewards to say thank you very much. But also, I want to invite users and viewers out there that if you create content, we've had some viewers create cool little videos on how they are using Centbee in their day-to-day lives, and how it works for them. So If you create some nice content and you publish it on social media, then and we like it and it's really good and you've put some effort into it, and we've already done this with lots of our users, we've sent them nice amounts of honey.
Yeah.
Please share that. Please hashtag us or connect us, and then we will send you honey rewards to say thank you again. So let's just see. There are some questions already, and let's just see some of the user questions of the week.
Oh, yeah, and also just a note on that, Mr. G. I'm glad that you mentioned like our open door policy, because we are like a user-centric product. So everything we built based on what the user needs and some feedback that we actually received over time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm just going to jump into our first question from MJ. This question was posted in Telegram. It's actually quite a cool question because it takes us back to what we were just speaking about. So he's asking, how do referrals work on Centbee?
Okay, so that's that referral question.
Yeah.
We did touch on that.
Yeah.
So again, it's your name at centbee.com. If
Yeah.
you give your name to your friend and they insert it into the referral code input box, then immediately you'll be connected and you'll both earn a referral reward for that.
Yeah.
So that's how easy it is to earn honey by referring a friend.
Simple as that. Cool. Yeah, and also our second question is from Andrew, also posted in Telegram. So he wants to know that, are there any plans to integrate the sale of ordinals NFTs into the Centbee app anywhere in the near future?
Yeah, so this is a hot topic in the moment, especially with BSV,
Yeah.
because BSV has such low transaction fees. This whole idea of NFTs or ordinals.
Yeah.
And we see there are wallets out there like Handcash that do support these NFTs and ordinals. Basically, to describe what they are, they're digital, assets. I guess can be
more
assets, and
Yeah.
that can be art, or it can be playing cards, or something like that.
Yeah.
Centbee, the whole idea around Centbee for us is as a cash wallet. So we don't have any plans at the moment to support NFTs or ordinals. Frankly, we think that Handcash is doing a great job. We love Handcash. It's one of our sort of, we're very friendly with them and we love what they're doing.
Yeah.
So if you like NFTs and you want to play blockchain games, Handcash has a great a number of companies out there that they support on their platform. So go ahead and look at them. But Centbee is probably just going to be purely focused on cash and sending money and paying for real goods and services for the near future. But of course, if that changes, we'll be sure to let everyone know.
Cool stuff. So we're going to go into our third question, and this one was posted on our Twitter channel, support channel, in fact. So ALX Africa wants to know, hi there. Please, is there any way of recovering my Centbee wallet without the seed phrase? My phone crashed with the phrase on it.
Yeah, so now this is what I mentioned earlier, where with Centbee, we do not store your secret information. Yeah. And so in the world of Bitcoin SV, that's called the private keys to your wallet. And so you have to be very careful to save your 12-word backup phrase.
Yes.
When you open up Centbee for the first time, you'll see that there's a big red button at the top there. We tried to make it as obvious as possible. That you need to tap that red button. It says back up your phrase now or something. Back up your wallet now.
Yeah.
And when you tap on that, it's going to show you your secret 12 words that nobody in the universe has.
Yeah.
Some people might have the same words, but not in that combination.
Yeah.
Now, those 12 words are plus your PIN.
Four-digit PIN, yeah.
Your 4-digit PIN. That's vital information that if you lose that information, we can't help you. Centbee doesn't store that information.
So this is like losing a physical wallet.
That's like you've lost your wallet with your cash in it.
Yeah.
Centbee can't come and find those 12 words for you. We don't have that, and nobody can. That's the whole idea. So you are responsible to write those words down and your PIN and store them in all over the place. Back them up to your cloud or whatever it is. Because if you lose that information, then your coins are lost. Now, one of the steps during the sign up, you'll notice it could be made more obvious, but there's a little bit of green text there that says, tap here to recover an existing Centbee wallet. Now, let's say you have lost your phone, or you've got a new phone, or your phone was reset, and you have a Centbee wallet. All you've got to do is you tap that option, you insert those 12 words in the correct order with just spaces and make sure that they're spelled correctly. You then put in your 4-digit PIN, and then you're going to see the pay mails or your handles that you had previously signed up with those 12 words and PIN combination. And then either you can create a new pay mail or you can select an old one. So that is the only way that you can recover your wallet if you've lost it, is with your secret 12-word backup phrase and your 4-digit PIN. Again, Centbee doesn't have that information. If you lose it, there's nothing we can do to help you. And so please think very carefully about that and make sure that you protect yourself.
Yeah, Dev. The fourth question is coming from me, Mr. G, because what I want to know, just getting from what you just mentioned about the recovering your wallet. Like you said, if once you organize your phrase, and then like the previous wallets that you have will pop up, keyword wallets. So you're saying I can have multiple wallets?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can write down your 12 words and your PIN.
Okay.
And then you can go into Centbee settings, and there's a reset wallet option there. You can reset your wallet, and then you can create a brand new wallet, which will then give you new keys, new words, and you can use a new PIN.
Okay.
But the way Centbee also works is that you can use the same 12 words, but you can put a different PIN in. And that essentially creates a new wallet too. The PIN is kind of like a numbering system for wallets. So if you have your 12 words and you decide to use, let's just say 0001 as your PIN, that's your 0001 wallet. Now let's say you reset, you put the same 12 words in, but then you decide to make a second wallet, 0002. So you can actually have multiple wallets, 10,000 wallets if you like, using the same words, but just with a different PIN.
Okay, that's cool.
But you can't use multiple wallets on the device at the same time.
Yeah.
You can't easily switch at the
moment.
moment.
So with that being said, me having multiple wallets means my profile will be linked to all these wallets. So that means all my limits will be sort of like concurrent.
Yes, limits, if you have, talking about shopping limits or sending money remittance limits, what that is, it's linked to your identity. So you can have many wallets, but if you've done what's called the KYC or the identity verification with one ID, then that one ID, the limits are applied to. So even if you have 100 wallets and you've only verified with one ID, then all those wallets, the same limit will apply. That means the limit is spread across those wallets.
100 wallets.
Yes.
Okay,
so if you've got $1,000 and you move 900, you've only got $100 left to move. So that's how that works.
All right, that's cool.
Okay. Okay, cool. I mean, that's like our first little show. You know, I hope that some of the questions were answered that some of you have.
Yeah.
We're very glad to be able to do this for you, and we're going to be sure to bring in as much content as we can.
Definitely.
I'm very keen to talk about in the future episodes about other blockchain related matters, because of course there's a lot of misinformation out there.
Definitely.
And so we're going to try and keep this show filled with content, useful information. We're going to talk about the features of Centbee, and we're going to answer your questions, and we're going to send you honey. We're going to reward you with honey for engaging.
Our social content.
And we're going to talk about our social content, because please follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Telegram, on Instagram, and keep updated with what we've got. We're trying to put out a youthful message there. So hopefully you like our posts. We'll talk more about those, I guess, in the next episode, because that's fun.
We have to.
Yeah.
So guys, don't forget to download the Centbee app. It's available on Google Android Play Store, iOS App Store, and also the app gallery for Huawei.
Yep. And follow us on those channels, which is probably also...
Follow us, subscribe, comment. Yeah, we all in.
Okay. Well, anyway, thanks for joining us today. It was a pleasure to be here, and we're glad that you watched it. And please come back to the Centbee show soon.